TIFU by reporting my car stolen when it wasn't stolen and got arrested and spent time in jail. Sadly not today, but recently. I scheduled some surgery to take place a short while ago. Nothing serious. It was elective and one of those things that can come with age. 50s. But I needed a general anesthetic and so I made the arrangements. Never had a general anesthetic before, so I had no idea how it would work out. The weeks leading up to it, I'd gone to the hospital a couple times for tests etc. and always drove myself. My partner drove me in for the actual surgery. All went great. Woke up the next day, a Thursday, and felt good and wanted to go home. But I had no real memory of the day before. A few hours later I was discharged. Went out and couldn't find my car. Walked everywhere for it, nowhere. Went inside and asked about my car and of course they had no idea because why would they? So I called the cops. Reported it stolen. It was early evening and I should go into the station the next day to file papers for insurance etc. I get an Uber home, even though it was still early, as I was beat and go to sleep. Wake up pretty late the next morning feeling completely normal. Didn't really remember much from the previous day, except getting home really tired. It was a normal, lazy day with the family. Weather decent. We decided to have a barbecue but I wasn't supposed to drink. So it was juice and Coke for me. At some point we needed more things from the store because this gathering wasn't planned. We didn't have enough drinks and snacks. So I said I'd go as I was sober. So I got in my car, and drove to the retail center. Taking only cash. No phone. No ID. The store is like 4 minutes drive and it's rural, it's just how we roll in the suburban sticks. I go inside and I'm there for a good 1,015 minutes. I manage to buy everything and return to my car. I see 2 cop cars parked opposite and a little way off. 4 officers. They're looking my way? No. I must have imagined it. I got in, started my car and headed to the car park exit. I took a right onto the main road and after half a mile turned right onto a smaller road toward my place. That's when I noticed the cops behind me. Catching up. The blue, red cop lights go on and I think something happened up ahead and I slow down and pull a little to the right to let them pass. That is when I realize they are boxing me in. Bullhorn. Turn off the engine. Put your hands on the wheel. Now. WTAF? Well, I'm from the Middle East. And and quite dark-skinned at that. So I'm pretty nervous even if I grew up and live here for 45 years now. I do as instructed and they inch toward me. Yell at me to get out and on the ground. I comply. But I am wondering what the hell is going on. They cuff me. And I asked what are they arresting me for? What did I do? The vehicle is registered as stolen. Quote, I told them this is my car. It's quite an expensive car. I am wearing sweatpants and a hoodie because I am post-surgery. Where is your ID? Quote, FCK. I got no ID. I didn't bring anything apart from cash with me. The store is just 5 minutes away. I tell him as much. Yeah, I bet. You're coming with us. I told them my house is 5 minutes up ahead and all my papers and documents are there. They weren't having it, so they put me in the back of the cruiser. I explained who I am. Asked them to call my partner. But in the end they won't call anyone there and just said I can make as many phone calls as I want. When they're done processing, I of course try to call my partner and explain why I'm going to be really late. But she is in the garden with the entire family. Not hearing the phone. I don't have my phone with me. So I don't have any other numbers to dial. I asked the cops to find me the number of a lawyer I know. They do manage to do that. But he is out for the night. He can't do much now. But he will in the morning. First thing. They then put me in a cell. It's now getting late on a Friday night. Early next morning my partner and the lawyer roll up and in 15 minutes I'm out. I had a lot of explaining to do. I just couldn't remember the things that happened on Thursday properly. I was like the disappearing fog of a dream you had yesterday, if that makes sense. When I checked my phone's call logs from Thursday, it was like an alternate reality. I saw all my calls and couldn't remember any of it. I got some seriously dumb looks from everyone. My partner laughed her ass off all the way home, and all signs point to me never ever hearing the end of this. Ever. TL. Dear, I went for surgery and post-anesthetic had memory issues. Couldn't find my car. Reported it stolen. Forgot everything, even reporting it stolen. Got pulled by cops and arrested the next day while driving the car, which was at home the whole time. Spent a night in jail. Am the butt of all family jokes until someone else FCKS up bigger than me. This is why you're supposed to have someone pick you up after you undergo anesthesia. I've never ever heard of a hospital releasing someone out of general anesthesia and allowing them to talk out the door alone. Memory issues can last a long time after anesthetic. What puzzles me is that you didn't have your car keys, but you were still looking for it. Nice story. Fuck. Not a true story. The big problem is you drove without your ID, which depending on your local laws you can be charged and or detained for in itself. Well, this sure sounds like it'll be a fun story to tell for years to come. And on the bright side, all's end that ends well. Which is the case, as no one was harmed in your story. Driving anywhere without your license on you is illegal. And just generally not a great idea. If you're stopped for any reason and can't produce ID, the cops are going to make your life difficult. That's not how reporting a stolen vehicle works. Is your life so boring that you need to make up stories for the internet? Never ever go anywhere without an ID, period. Lawyer friend of mine had a similar story. Her client was out drinking. Client decided to go home, but his car was gone. He reported it stolen and went back into the bar for a few more drinks. Forgot his car was stolen and left to go home. This time he found his car and happily motored on home. En route, he was pulled over for driving a stolen vehicle. He had his ID on him, so wasn't arrested for theft, but did get arrested for driving under the influence. It was incredibly irresponsible of your doctor to let you wander off thinking you were going to drive home.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.